Howdy friends, it's Kathy from RustPaperScissors, and I wanted to do a tutorial today on this paper wire. I had been thinking about it for a long time that I would like to use wire as a tag topper, and I had seen some examples and videos in the past, but I couldn't find them, and I couldn't just decide on what I thought really looked good. So I was watching a YouTube channel. It was new to me. It's Carmen's Curious Tutorials, I believe is what it's called. I'll list the channel below. The channel name is different, but Carmen was doing these tutorials, and she does a great job. I really recommend you go over there and watch her. I believe the wire that she used in her tutorials was a little bit thicker. She was making some large like decorations for the home. So I wanted the smaller wire because I was going to be, using it on tags. And what she had done was she had taken a stamped image and had gone around it with the wire and made some home decor. So I thought that's what I could do on a tag. So I'll talk about that later, but that's an example of, kind of what piqued my curiosity on making these. So I wanted to I made 3 little tags, and we're going to make variations of these today, but this was just a little tag that I made with some rusted beads and some wire. After I made it, I got to thinking, well, that's pretty bulky for a journal. So I thought, well, you could put it in your journal, but you could put it up at the top where it hangs off the top, and that's kind of a decoration for the top of your journal, and it's not so bulky. So that is an example. But the one I'm going to make today is not quite so bulky. We're not going to use the beads on the top. And then this was the first tag that I made, and it was just a simple, putting the wire in there and twisting it, and then I collaged a little bit, so that was easy. And then this was a pocket tag that I made, just a collage background, and then I had used my rusty staples. I was trying to use some more examples of some of the rusted products that I have in my shop. So I used the staples, and then I just added the paper wire and some beads. Again, this is kind of a little bulky for your journal, so I came up, when we make the example, I'm going to use a charm so it won't quite be so bulky. So those are what we're going to make today. So I thought we'd get started, and we'll do this first one here, the corrugated cardboard. I've kind of done some of the prep and gotten this ready, but it's just a corrugated cardboard, some tea-dyed papers. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bead, and I'm going to slip it on. I've already put the, oh wait, I'm doing it wrong. Hold on. So it came through the hole, and then I'm going to go back around and go back through this hole again, okay? And then that's going to secure it. And I'm kind of doing this backwards, but it's very forgiving. It's easy to do. You just pull it tight. And now I'm going to take this, and if I can get it on there on camera, sometimes it's a little more difficult. And I didn't leave myself enough room. Let's see if I can't pull a little bit more through so I can, when you make a knot, it's a little bit harder to make a knot with this stuff than you think. So that gives me a little bit more. Let's see if that's enough. I think that'll be enough to make our knot. And then you just pull it through, and you are good to go. If I can do it. I make it look harder than it is. But okay, so there, we're going to have to come back, and let's just adjust it, and we'll make it right, okay? So I'm going to pull some of this from the back, and then we'll pull that wire. And so I'll clip that off. So there's our first little anchor. And then all we're going to do is, a lot of times I got just a skewer, and I'm just going to wrap. I'm going to go around my tripod here, and I'm just going to wrap around it several times, maybe scrunch them together, pull them apart, maybe make a loop with my finger, and then we're just going to come in on the other side, and let's see if I can do it. Like I say, on camera, it's harder than it really is. And then we're going to go back through again so we secure it. Let's see if I can do that. Like I say, on camera, it's just more harder than it is in real life because you don't have people watching you. And I'm going to stop it. And okay, so there I have it secured, and it's not as big as I thought it would be, but that's okay. Now we're going to take our last bead, and we're going to see it. I'm going to cut a little bit of this off because it got a little braid. And now my bead will slip right on there. And then we're just going to make our knot again. And see if I can't do a better job here. You just kind of pull it, and you pull it through and make a knot. And then I'm going to again adjust the wire so it's up towards the top, because I want it to be. And then we'll just pull this wire. And then you've got your little topper. And like I say, we'll cut those off. And it's very easy to trim. And there you have a little tag with a cute little topper. So that's one. Okay, and then our next one is going to be, let's see if we can clean some of this up. It's just going to be a simple little tag. And let's do this one. We're going to take my little hole punch, and I'm just going to punch a couple of holes in there, and they don't have to be equal or even. And again, we're going to come in and then go around. And then that secures it. We're going to make a little knot this time. Let's see if I can do it this time. You could, there's probably a different way to secure this rather than a knot, but I hadn't come up with it yet, so I'm just doing a knot, and then we'll kind of bring it back and make it a little, okay, and then we'll clip that off so it'll look nicer. And you could pull that, if I don't have it over here, if I had my needle nose pliers, if you pull it with the pliers, it makes the knot a little better, and I should have gone and gotten it. Then on this one, let's just wrap it around my finger a few times, and these will just be a little different. Let's see, what does that look like? That doesn't look very good. So you just straighten it back out, and let's use our skewer again, and we'll make some little tighter little ribbons, and then we're going to secure it. And like I say, not everything works, and you just have to know that not everything is going to work. And this one, I'm just going to leave like that. I'm not going to make another knot because I'm not doing a good job of it. But that's a little tag topper. So there you go. And then all you would do is add a sticker. Let's see if I can get the sticker off. Okay, we're just going to add a little sticker. And then I've talked about this in other videos, but I had made a sheet of the Avery labels and just numbers. And so I thought I could just stick that on there. And then now you've got your little tag, little number on your tag, and you're done. So that's an example of that one. And then this was an example of just taking a little guest check. And again, I took the bottom off and I stapled it on the side to make a little pocket. And then I glued the top from the pad. I had taken it apart and left the perforated top. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I took the tag, the guest check group apart, and so it had this perforated part that I could fold down, and I just glued it in the back. And then we'll take our hole punch, and we'll just make a punch, and make a punch, and we'll see what this looks like. We'll take our ribbon, and this one, let's do it different. Let's just fold it up and twist it here and see what that looks like. That might work. I'm holding it so it doesn't tear the paper, and then we can cut that off or keep twisting. And then we're just going to take our skewer and wrap it around, and then we'll come back over here. Oh, that doesn't look good. Again, let's try again. I like it better when it's a little tighter coils. And then we're just going to come around over here, and let's twist it off. And see, I'm just going to hold it there at the edge and then just twist it around. And then we'll clip those off. Okay, and let's clip this one. Cuts really easy. Like I say, I probably should glue that. But then now you have another little tag topper. And then the rusted staples on the bottom. Okay, so that's that one. Then this one was, again, one that I wanted to modify and we'll just make it look a little different. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the paper wire, and then I'm going to use my rusted staples, and I'm just going to staple the sides. And I try to get close to the edge so you have as much room in your pocket as you can. And then let's see. I'm just having a hard time with this angle with the camera. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then we're just gonna put our holes in there. Let's see if we can use our crocodile again and just go up here at the top, above that, and then above that, because you don't want it to be too you don't want it to be too narrow, so you can't stick anything in there like a little tag. You want to be able to put a tag in there. So on this one, I just threaded the wire to the back, and then I adhered it with a little of this washi tape. And This is some kind of Tim Holtz paper tape, I believe. And it held it pretty good. And then, okay. Then on this one, I wanted just to kind of maybe make it curve a little bit. And we're going to add 2 little charms. And let's see what these look like. I have this little bee I thought was cute. And then there's a little believe to go along with the bee. I thought that was cute. So I have those 2. So I just thought we could put those on there, and then we'll string the wire through the back. And I cut way too much, but you know, you just use it in the next project. So let's just kind of pull that, see how those do. Maybe make it a little, and then we'll just cut some in the back and secure that, and see how easy it cuts. It really cuts easy, and it's fun to use. It's fun to come up with different ideas on how to use it. Here's some washi tape. We'll just put that on the back. I'll see if I can take it apart while I'm on camera. And then we just secure it down. And there you have your little tag with the charms. And it's easy, kind of cute. You could loop it around and you could twist them and make them where they stayed permanently. So that's that example. And then I wanted to talk about using the rest of that little bit of wire, how easy it is to make a heart. And all I did was I made a small loop here in it, and then you just bring it around. You just kind of fiddle with it and make your heart. And I love hearts, and I think my favorite quote about hearts is from The Wizard of Oz, where when the wizard is giving the Tin Man his heart, and he says, "Hearts will never be practical until they can be made unbreakable." And I always loved that quote. So here's our little heart, and you know, you just fiddle with it. And then I'm going to cut off the end. Okay, and then I don't have any of the it's art glitter glue in the bottle where it has the needle nose, and I really recommend that for this project because you want a thin bead of glue. So what I came up with was, if I just take some of the glue on my finger and I run the back of the ribbon through it, it gets the glue onto the wire. I keep calling it ribbon. I got ribbon on the brain. And so it just gets on the back there. And then I'm going to make sure I get enough down here at the bottom. And then I'm just going to take, I had made a mistake, so I'm just going to add this one to this piece of paper. Oh, and it came untwisted. Hold on. Let's just twist it back together. It's easy to fix. I mean, there's no real problems. And then we're just going to glue it down. Okay. And then this is one that I did earlier, so we'll just cut this one out. I'll let this one dry and we'll just cut this one out, this other one out. So you could almost even tear it. So that's the wet one. And then here's the one I did earlier, and I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to go around that paper ribbon and cut it out. And then you have a cute little embellishment for a tag. I can do a better job on cutting that paper. Let's see if I can get this side a little bit better. And then there you have a tag. And then we'll show you what it looks like if you put it onto a tag. So it's a little embellishment. Okay, so in looking through, we talked about the man and how great he looks and how I would do it different. I love this stamp. It was a friend gave it to me, this little bird. And so I thought, wouldn't it be cute if you used the paper wire as the branch? And so I stamped it and cut it out and, glued it on there. And I really liked it. I thought that would make a cute tag. So then I thought, well, what if I stamped it again and then I did the branch, but I also outlined the bird. And so that's an example of a way you could do that. And I wanted to show it on a different, see, wouldn't that be cute on a postcard? Just a great little embellishment. And then I got to thinking, well, what if I used mixed media paper? And so I stamped it on some mixed media paper, and then I watercolored it and did the same thing where the branch is the wire ribbon, and I went around it. I wish I had distressed the back of the paper because it's pretty light, so it looks, pretty white next to, our vintage items, but that's just an example of what you could do. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, was using this paper wire, and I got mine on Amazon. It was very easy to find. I love it. I also talked about the rusted staples. I sell those in my shop, and I wanted just to highlight those. And then I wanted to highlight a product that I've just started putting in my shop, and it's the baby owl clips, and I love these things. I've sold the bigger ones, but I just got these baby ones, and they look so cute, and I rust them and I sell them in my shop. So I just wanted to mention that, and just wanted to encourage you maybe to try some new things and try some paper wire. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon.